Coming up in court today.
Tell me a little bit about your store.
Yeah. Well, it's just like a convenience store slash grocery store. It has groceries, milk. We sell alcohol.
I only sell real chicken off in there. You know what I'm saying? So,
no,
so that's why I'm a chicken eater.
You have
never been there. How would you know that then?
In the court system, justice is not always just. That's why they bring their disputes here. Real people, real problems, real justice. Justice is eye for an eye.
The plaintiff is suing a store owner after a wrongful arrest. The defendant claims she never forgets a face and correctly identified the plaintiff as the shoplifter.
I'm the plaintiff. I have allegations that I've been brought here today. I have a good case. I'm here to clear my name. I've been falsely accused of something that I did not do.
I'm the defendant, and I've been brought here today because the person I ID'd as a thief said I falsely accused him, and I believe that I'm right, and I'm gonna win this case.
All right!
Michael Brown, you are suing Helen St. Clair for wrongful arrest. You are saying that she said that you shoplifted at her store, and then she took you to court, to criminal court. You got convicted, and you're suing her, saying it was an unlawful arrest and that you should never have been convicted.
Yes.
Ms. St. Clair, you are saying that you would never forget his face, that you are positive he was a shoplifter, and that y'all went to criminal court and he got convicted, correct?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead and tell me about it, Mr. Brown.
Well, I wasn't even off in the store. I was walking through the store, and once I was walking through, the cashier runs out and tell the officers or whatever. They come and they tell them that I was robbing the store.
Okay, so you weren't even in the store, you're saying?
No, I wasn't.
Okay, how far away from her store were you?
I was like across the street, going over my cousin's house.
Okay, so you were across the street, and you're saying you never went in Miss St. Clair's store, right?
I never went in that store.
Okay, and that the police came up while you were standing on the street, and did she identified you, and that's how you got arrested?
Yes.
Okay, Miss St. Clair, he's saying that he never even went in your store, that he was just standing across the street, that you came there with the police. Is that correct?
No, he came in my store and he stole bread and all kinds of stuff.
No, that's
and he had his hands full. I positively identified him.
Okay.
And there's no way it wasn't him.
It was not me.
He even had those braids. It was no way. He was in my store more than once.
I did not go in that store at all. How
yes,
you
you
tell me
have.
I went to the store and I
you
never
have
went
been in my
the
store before that, even.
So
Come
you're
on.
saying
so he's been in the store more than one time.
I go to school, you know what I mean? I'm in college and everything. I can't even go to grad school because I done went to jail for 30 days. You know what I mean? And I can't even get that. I want that off my record. I did not even go off into a store. She come out running out,
you were
telling
in my
me that.
store.
Telling everybody around, saying that I was the one that's in the store.
You were the one in the store.
Okay, but let me ask you something, ma'am. Okay, he's saying that he was just across the street. You've seen him in the store quite a few times?
Yes, he's been in the store before.
How many times?
Probably 5 or 6 times.
Okay, tell me a little bit about your store.
Well, it's just like a convenience store slash grocery store. It has groceries, milk. We sell alcohol.
I only sell real chicken off in there. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm a chicken eater.
I'm
never been there. How would you know that then? Hey,
my cousin been off in the store. Man, my cousin know all about the store.
Hey, let me ask you something. He says that you're saying that he took things. What kind of things did he take?
He took like bread and sugar and some candy.
Okay, how long did you observe him for? So, because this whole case, what I've read in the police file, the whole case was based on your identification. Mm-hmm. This is what we call an eyewitness
I watched him take the things off the shelf for a good 5 minutes. And the next thing I know, he was running out the door.
Okay.
And so I got the police, and they came, and they got him. He wasn't very far.
Did you go with the police and point him out?
Yes.
Okay, and in the criminal case, was the only evidence in the criminal case, was it just your testimony, right?
Yes.
The eyewitness testimony.
Just eyewitness testimony,
Okay,
yes.
and tell me what happened. You got how many days in jail?
30 days off in jail.
And how has that affected you?
I can't even go to grad school. can't get a good, decent job or nothing. I mean, my life is just, it's messed up.
Okay, did you bring out in the criminal case that you weren't the one, that it was mistaken identity?
Mistaken identity.
And you brought that out?
In the lineup, she picking me out and everything, thinking that, you know, it's just, we all look, I don't know
what happened. Was this a jury trial?
Yes, it was just a small jury trial.
It was just a small jury trial, and he got found guilty by the jury?
Yes, because I identified him.
Okay, so you identified him. And how long did you, you didn't answer that question, how long did you say you observed him for?
About 5 minutes.
5 minutes in the store?
At least 5, and I saw him put a number of things in his, just like in his pants and stuff, and was carrying stuff in his hand. And I thought he was going to come up and pay for it. Next thing I know, he was out the door. Okay, and there was no video surveillance camera or anything? No.
Okay, and sir, she says she saw you in there for 5 minutes. Were you even in the store?
So how can she say that was me, though? I mean, if there's no surveillance cameras, nothing like that, okay, it was not me. I didn't even go in the store that.
You're the same man. Okay. You even got the teeth, the gold teeth in your mouth.
Okay, so you... Ma'am, let me ask you something. You're the cashier?
Yes.
Okay.
I own the store, actually.
You own the store, and
yes.
You're the cashier. Okay, what time of day was it?
It was about probably 6 o'clock in the evening.
6 o'clock evening. Was it nighttime then, or was it daytime?
Kind of evening.
Okay.
At 6 o'clock in the evening, me and my cousin, we was off in the house at that time.
Okay, let me ask you some questions. And let me ask you something. Tell me a little bit about, since this is purely an identification case, tell me a little bit about the lighting in your store. It's pretty, I can see very good in there. I don't like dark places. Okay. Were there other customers in there when this shoplifter was?
I don't think so.
Is there any doubt in your mind whatsoever?
No, no doubt.
No doubt whatsoever that this man right here in the orange shirt is the man that stole, that you had, that stole from your store?
Yes.
The plaintiff is suing a store owner after a wrongful arrest. The defendant claims she never forgets a face and correctly identified the plaintiff as the shoplifter.
All right, Ms. St. Clair, since this is an identification case, I got to ask you some questions. Are you 100% sure that the man right there is the one that stole in your store?
Yes, I'm 100% sure.
Is there any doubt in your mind whatsoever?
No, no doubt.
No doubt whatsoever that this man right here in the orange shirt is the man that stole, that you had, that stole from your store?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Sir, you're suing for the unlawful arrest, correct?
Yes.
Okay, you're saying you were unlawfully arrested in this case.
A lot. I was arrested.
I got it, and I'll be back in a second with my decision. Thank you.
My question is for the young lady. Do you observe all your African-American customers like you observe this man?
No. No, I observe all my customers, whether they're white, Hispanic, black, whatever, all of them the same.
All rise!
All right, Mr. Brown and Ms. St. Clair. You know, the problem in a lot of cases is when people are on trial, the eyewitness automatically looks at that person and says, that's the person, because the person's on trial. They assume the person right there is on trial. Well, I had to make sure, Ms. St. Clair, that you had the right person. So what I did was I did a little trick. This is not Michael Brown. This is Larry James, who was in another city during this incident. So, Mr. James, you could go ahead and have a seat on that bench. You could get out of the... Ms. St. Clair, you sat in here in court just because you assumed, because he's the plaintiff, that he was the one. You sat in here and said, I'm 100% sure. There's no doubt in my mind. The real Michael Brown is out there. Michael Brown, please stand up. That's the... I purposely got two individuals that look nothing alike. That Michael Brown, she took you to criminal court, correct?
Yes.
And she told the jury that you were the one that shoplifted, correct?
Yes.
And she pointed you out, correct?
Yes, sir.
And you got 30 days in jail?
Yes, sir.
And that has kept you from going to school?
Yes, sir.
Ma'am, That's what happens a lot of times. You looked at him in the criminal court just because he was the defendant and you said he was the one. And now I bring in someone else and you say 100% sure. There is no way that you are 100% sure that that man did it. So, sir, what I'm going to do for you is I'm going to do what's called an expungement. That means... That means your record is now clear. It's as if you were never arrested. All evidence, everything in your case will be expunged, which will mean destroyed. You will have no record now, okay? And ma'am, I know it was not intentional. I know you probably did not do it intentionally, but you need to be careful because there are people's lives on the line. Yeah. So in order for you to remember that, I'm going to ask that you, or I'm going to order that you give Michael Brown and his family that they will get $100 worth of free groceries for 6 months. All right. That's justice. Bring in the next case. Thank you.
The plaintiff is suing the defendant for $211 for medical damages. The defendant is countersuing for $224 for medical damages endured during the same incident.
All right, Tina Thompson, you're suing your sister, Chelsea Carruthers, for assault for $211 for medical bills and damage to your clothes. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
That happened during a dispute at your niece's wedding reception when you're both trying to catch the bouquet?
Yes,
Is that correct? And Chelsea, you're countersuing for $224 for medical bills, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, tell me about it, Ms. Thompson.
Yes, Your Honor. She, Laura, my niece, told me the night before the wedding, she wanted me to, she's going to give me a signal to get in the middle of the aisle and she was going to throw me the bouquet.
Okay, at the reception. She was going to throw you the bouquet. Y'all had it rigged. Okay, go ahead.
And also, I mean, I have spent a lot of time with her doing, she had a tummy tuck and her eye surgery. And
that
plus I did all,
so, Tina,
I did all the...
That is not so,
Who had
that's
a tummy
not what
tuck?
happened.
My niece, Laura.
Your niece, okay, so you helped her out.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, you helped her by bringing her food after a tummy tuck? You could kill her.
Okay,
Well, sister, I was there. You didn't even come.
I've always been there.
Okay, well, how old is your niece? How old is she?
Laura's 25.
25 years old. Okay, so you're saying you helped her with when she
helped plan the wedding. I mean, I was just there for everything.
Okay. I also helped her plan the wedding. I was also there for her. I was there when she had her nose job done. I was there when she had her eyes done.
I was there when she had her eyes done.
You know she's had a lot of cosmetic surgery.
No, you
yes,
wasn't.
I was, Tina.
No, you wasn't.
Okay,
how you gonna know if I wasn't there if you weren't there?
And she loved me. She told me the night before I was her favorite aunt.
You don't know if I was there if you weren't there.
So you're her aunt too. Did she promise you the bouquet too?
Yes, she did.
Oh, she promised you too? Tell me what she said to you.
Well, she also told me, she said, when I get married on the day of my wedding, being that you're my favorite aunt, you've been there for me, you've helped me a numerous amount of times, she said, I'm going to signal to you and I want you to stand in the middle. When I signal to you, you stand in the middle, and we're going to count to 3, and when I go up on 3, you're going to catch the bouquet. That's not the case that happened.
Okay, what happened? Tell me what happened.
Well, they called for us to go out on the floor, okay? She counted to 3, she threw the bouquet. Next thing I know, she comes charging at me like we're on the football team out on the field, like she's a defensive tackle. And the next thing I know, we're down on the floor, we're fighting. I mean, every bit of 5 minutes, she's got her hands wrapped around my neck.
That's not true.
Yes. So I just
had no other choice.
I have asthma, Your Honor, and with someone's hands around your neck, I can't breathe. So I'm reaching out at her, and I'm just staring out at her. You know, just get off me. And we're still rolling around.
Why was this bouquet so important to you?
Because I wanted to get married. I mean, she already had 2. She didn't need any more.
I hate to break the news to you, man.
My psychic told me if I catch the whole bouquet, that I would get married.
The bouquet went up in the air.
But it would not work if it broke in half,
She ripped it. It tore it in half. She literally wanted this bouquet because she believed her psychic told her that she needs the full bouquet in order to get a husband.
Your psychic?
Yes.
So let me get this straight. Your psychic told you had to catch a bouquet or you weren't going to get married? Or in order to get married, you had to get the full bouquet?
Right. That's right, Your Honor.
And so you taught your niece the night before to get this bouquet?
She promised she would give it to me.
When did she promise?
Her favorite
She promised to me the night of the wedding, the night before. We're getting the place ready for her wedding, her reception. And
That's
we
not
talked
true,
on the
Your
side.
Honor.
Yes, it is true. It is definitely true.
So let me get this straight. It was in your hands. It was in your hands, and you're saying she came rolling down.
She just came like charging at me like she was a defensive tackle and bumped me, and I landed on the floor. That's how I injured my knee, Your Honor.
Okay.
I had damages to my knee.
Is that what you're countersuing for?
Yes,
Medical bills? Let me see those medical bills. Big Sugar Ray, can you get her? Do you have medical bills too?
Yes, I do.
And what
Your
are you
Honor.
claiming injuries of?
She tore my outfit, and also she broke
Well, you had your hands around my neck. I had to grab you somewhere. I couldn't breathe.
That's all I could bring.
Oh, she ripped that? Let me see that again. She ripped that sweater?
Yes, sir.
Do you admit doing that?
Yes, I do. She was choking me. I had to grab onto something. I have asthma, like I said, Your Honor. She's got her hands around my neck. How am I going to breathe?
Do you remember tackling her and choking her?
No,
Don't
Your
lie
Honor.
about it, Tina.
Do you remember her grabbing it? You
I just
grabbing
barely
it?
pushed her out the way, Your Honor. She was all there. So I just, barely.
Running, charging at you is not a
was
push
there.
when
she
you
was
bowl
pulling
me
at
and
me.
kick me with your
This is
hip.
what happened to my
But
outfit.
you
This tell
admit
who
she
was
caught
pulling.
it first, right? And then you went to go get it out of her hands? You admit that?
No, she didn't catch it.
Yes,
We
I
both
did.
I had my hand on it too, Your Honor.
Both of you had your hands on it, you're saying?
Well, I had my hand on it.
It was in my hands first, Your Honor, and she reaches out. When she comes charging at me, then her hand went on it, okay? And with us toggling, and by the time I hit the ground, it's in half. I have half of it in my hand. She's got
She had my hair
in her hand.
She had my hair is what she had. She thought she had.
I had to grab something. I
And I hurt my ankle, Your Honor. And here is the
Okay,
file.
let me see yours. Why is this so important to you? Why was this bouquet so important to you?
Because I'm dating someone again, and hopefully maybe I'll marry this guy. Catching a bouquet at a wedding is for luck. I can't help it.
Okay, I got your medical bill of $211. What injuries do you have?
I have an ankle injury.
Okay, you had an ankle injury. Both of you went to the doctor. You went to the medical center, and you went to the. Y'all both went to the doctor.
It was a terrible fight. At least 5 or 10 minutes around on concrete floor. You know, we're fighting, we're tussling. Yes, it was
in front
serious.
of everybody. I mean, everybody.
In front of everybody. Yes.
She embarrassed herself.
No, if anything, you embarrassed yourself, and in the long run, we embarrassed.
I already had 2 husbands already. She wouldn't let me have one. Just greedy.
I mean, hey, it's not my fault. It is not my fault. I've had 2 husbands to your 0. That ought to tell you something. If you stop and calm down and not be so loony.
That's all right. I had the bouquet.
I mean, both of you
she
know,
took it.
just because you catch
it's like she always do, trying to take
you
somebody's
get a husband,
man.
right? I mean,
Yes.
I mean.
It's for good luck, Your Honor.
All right. Well, this is what I'm going to do in this case. I mean, both of you have medical injuries. Both of you are there catching this bouquet. I mean, I can't decide who's going to be responsible to pay the other one. I mean, this bouquet is so important to you. It's a Big Sugar Ray. What we're going to do is I want you to take both of these women outside, and we're going to put that bouquet on a pig. And whichever one of these 2 women can get that bouquet, then what we're going to do is we're going to put their picture on our website, and we'll try to find them a husband. We'll put their picture on our website. So take them both out there, and whoever catches it, and go out there. If the bouquet's that important, we'll take you out there, and we'll see who really wants it the most. 2, 3, get it. Go, go.
You got to catch him. Y'all got to catch him. Get after that pig. Come on.
I did get the bouquet. I got my justice here with Judge Akim.
Thanks to Judge Akim, justice was served. This time she got the bouquet, but that's okay. I still have a man. She's waiting to get one.
Most states have laws requiring employers to grant you time off to go vote. These laws also require employers to pay you for the time you are taking off to go vote. So make sure you do go out and vote. And if you've been a victim, don't get revenge. Bring them to my court.